What's going on, guys? Snake Eyes here playing some more Dark Souls 2, and in this video I'm going to show you what the best gift is in my opinion. There's a couple gifts in this game. First things first, every single one of these gifts you can eventually get in game. Nothing is like the Master Key back in Dark Souls where if you don't pick it then you'll never get it. Nothing really provides you with any sort of immediate bonus, but there are some that are worth more than others. I'm just going to go over the ones that right now that I think personally aren't really the best to go with, especially if this is your first playthrough. The Life Ring, Human Effigy, Homeward Bone, those are the three ones that I think that really just aren't worth it. Life Ring, it doesn't even increase your health a whole lot. The Human Effigy, you can just kill the three old bonfire keepers and you can get 9 of them real quick. It really doesn't matter, and you have no penalty really in when you do that. The Homeward Bone, there's somewhere in Majula, there's a chest in there and it has 5 of them, so you really don't need just one. The things that I do think is good is the healing wares. Now the healing wares aren't necessarily something for everybody, but I do recommend it for people who are doing their first playthrough and have never played a Dark Souls or Demon Souls game. Mainly because people who are new to this game are going to be making a lot of mistakes, and to be loaded up with a whole bunch of healing items is actually something that you guys might need. And these other 3 items right here are I guess I would want to say for more experienced players, because these provide some sort of effect. But like I said, if you're beginning and you never played a Dark Souls game at all, healing wares is something that I'd pick. The Seed of a Tree of Giants is just an online item, and if you don't play online, then this is something that you just don't want to get at all. Basically what it does is when somebody invades your world, it lets the enemies in your world kind of react to that. I'm not too sure exactly what that means. I just read the description on it, and I don't know if that means that the enemies will attack that person or what, but that's what it does. Like I said, when somebody gets into your world, the enemies react. The Bonfire Ascetic, I'm actually going to get back to that right now, but the Petrified Something is, in the description it says it's a simple petrified lump and it may be of use someday. My speculation on this is that it's actually a petrified dragon egg, because what you do is you use this item later on in the game to actually join a dragon covenant, and I think it's a PvP covenant. I'm not too sure. I'll probably write it in the description when I figure out more about it, but this is something that you're gonna need to join, like I said, a dragon covenant. And the Bonfire Ascetic is something that I'm in between either one right now at the moment, but the Bonfire Ascetic is actually something very useful. You can't farm in this game. Every enemy in this game has a set amount of respawns. So when you kill it and you rest at a bonfire, it'll just tick 1 right off of the playthrough that you're currently on. And what the Bonfire Ascetic does is pretty much resets the enemies and resets the spawn. But what it does is it puts all the enemies in that area at the level of if you were playing on New Game Plus. So they'd be, I think, 1.5 times stronger. So they'll be half as strong. And this is good for people who seek greater challenges, as it says, but it's also good because there's some items that you can't get in your regular playthrough that only drop when you're on New Game Plus. And if you figure out which enemies drops which items, you can use the Bonfire Ascetic to go ahead and level them up. Just because they level up and they can drop an item doesn't mean they're going to drop the item, so that's something that you need to keep in mind. Like I said, it's something that you guys want to play with. There's rusted coins and all that boost your luck around in the game. You know, if you find those and you decide to go ahead and boost the areas, enemies to New Game Plus 1, whatever, that'll help you out. But other than that, like I said, don't count on you getting them. And also one thing as well to note is if you're going to take this, if you level up an area's enemies to however many times, be it 2 or 3 times, and you plan on actually playing on New Game Plus, the Bonfire Ascetic carries over as well. So if you level up an area to, I guess, level 3, and you finally go to New Game Plus, all your regular enemies will be at New Game Plus 1 difficulty, and that one area that you leveled up to level 3 will be New Game Plus 4. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. Don't abuse it. One of the little equalizers that they put in this game is you have to beat the area boss before you level it up, and that kind of makes sense because you wouldn't want to level up an area and then all of a sudden you go into an enemy boss room and you know he's New Game Plus 2 or 3. And obviously for people who haven't played through any Dark Souls game before, that's pretty tough. So that's something that you guys want to think about. It's a little bit more of, I guess, an intermediate to, I guess, advanced player. I'm probably gonna get it, but another thing that I might get is the Petrified Something, only because these other items aren't really useful for me. I've played through a lot of Demon Souls before and Dark Souls, so I don't really need healing wares. And trust me, Life Ring, Human Effigy, and Homeward Bone, you're not really missing anything. And I like to usually do my first playthroughs offline, so the Seed of a Tree of Giants isn't nothing that I can use. But keep in mind that all of these items you can obtain in game. You're not going to miss out on anything in this gift. But since I've pretty much gone through all the other ones, you can make your decision. Let me know what you guys choose. I'm pretty interested and I would like to know. Me myself, I'm actually in between the Petrified Something and the Bonfire Ascetic, mainly because after I figured out what they were used for, I'm all about joining covenants, and farming for an item sounds like it could be some fun too. But anyways, that wraps it up for today. Like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you haven't, and until next time, I'll see you later.